Guys, Michael Edward here with True Trading Group. This video on November 28th is all about volume, okay, and the importance of volume on breakouts and how to read the strength of volume and the consistency in volume to let you know that a stock is going to push and continue higher, or giving you a little bit of a hint that the stock is starting to weaken and is about to roll over, because CVO and PZRX were perfect examples of that. The exact same setup in both stocks. One rocked, took off, exploded, broke through two resistance levels, kept on pushing. The other failed, rolled over, completely fell apart, sold off the whole rest of the day. And the only difference in the two was volume. So let me get to the charts and I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through and tell you exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Here, let's first talk about CVO. Okay, you know what? Let's start with PZRX because that happened first in the morning. So let's go to PZRX. Okay, here's PZRX, guys. Stock took off, okay, in the morning, jumps up on everyone's radar, puts in that initial morning high right here, then pulls in, and then ends up breaking. It was halted here briefly for a couple of minutes, came out of the halt, and then broke through the high of the day on a nice, strong increase in volume. You guys know when that happens, you draw a line straight across that previous high and look for that area to now act as support. You then see that PZRX starts to hold support where that previous morning high was. Okay, you then can draw a little downtrend resistance line as the stock makes lower highs as it bounces off of this support level. I got long PZRX at 10:03 in the morning at $1.40. Okay, that's right here. Right here. Okay, this is where I got long PZRX. All right. You then see the stock ends up breaking out of that downtrend resistance line, so it breaks out of that triangle on a nice increase in volume. Okay, but then what happens next? The stock pulls all the way back in and volume dries out very quickly. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take you back to my trade announcements. At 10:28 a.m., I took some profit at $1.58 for a 13% gain. You guys know, whenever I'm up 10, 11, 12, 13% on a trade, I like to sell some of my position just to lock in that profit in case the trade doesn't work out. I can still be profitable on the trade, and that's exactly what happened with PZRX, but I still hold on to a chunk of the position in case the stock continues to push, like CVO. You get paid handsomely. So on this PZRX, I took profits up here at $1.58, okay, for a 13% gain. And then the stock, I want you to notice what happened. The stock pulls back in to go back inside this triangle pattern, okay? And then very quickly, that increase in volume that we saw right here on that breakout died out. Okay, look at how the volume just died out. I mean, look at this volume bar. This is pathetic, this one all the way down here. That is your clue, guys, that stock is not going to continue to push. Okay, you then can see at 10:39, final take profit, $1.43. Okay, I didn't wait for the stock to get all the way down to my stop loss. Okay, the stock gave me a signal that it was weak by pulling back into that triangle pattern, and the volume started to slow down and decrease drastically. That's when I sold my final piece right here at $1.43, and the stock ends up completely rolling over and crapping out and just sells off all rest of the day. Okay, and the reason is because you did not get consistent increase in volume on that breakout. And I want you guys to notice that. Notice that when a stock shows you that signal, you have to be aware of that. On the flip side, I'm going to show you CVO. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Now let me show you on the flip side, CVO. Exact same setup, guys. Okay? Stock breaks out, puts in a high of the day. Here's your high of the day. Pulls in, breaks that high on what? An increase in volume. When you see that, you draw a line across the previous high. You then look for that area to start acting as support. And you can see right here, CVO started to act as support at $1.14, which was that previous high. You then draw that downtrend resistance line. Okay? This is that TTG triangle pattern. This is the exact same setup that we just saw in PZRX. But what's the difference? CVO breaks out of that downtrend resistance line on an increase in volume, but look at how steady and strong that volume was. Okay, so on this candle right here, you had that strong breakout increase in volume. In your very next candle, the stock stays, you see how it stays out of the triangle? It doesn't pull back down here like PZRX did, and the volume remained strong and consistent. Look how consistent these volume bars are. They're all almost the exact same size. It's kind of crazy. But this is consistently strong volume. When you see that on the breakout of this TTG triangle pattern, that is your signal the stock is going to keep pushing. Okay? That's what you have to look for, and you have to start analyzing the volume to understand that the stock is going to keep pushing, or is it time to take my profits and run? In PZRX, that's exactly what I did. I noticed the volume slowed down. The stock pulled back down into that triangle, and I exited my position and walked away with a nice little gain. Okay? CVO gave you that volume, gave you that strength and momentum, and then gave you that follow through as the stock broke out from $1.20 all the way up to $1.60. Big move. Real nice move into the close to finish out the day. Okay? And that's what I want you guys to focus on. And I'll take you back to PZRX. I'll show it to you one more time. Okay? Exact same setup. Exact same setup. But this time the stock broke out and didn't stay up here. The stock didn't stay up here. Okay? It didn't do this. It pulled back down, and the volume dried up very quickly. Okay? Look at the difference between this volume, that volume, versus that volume. That's how you'll know if a stock is going to continue higher or if it's going to fail. Okay? Study these two charts, guys. CVO and PZRX today are perfect examples of the TTG triangle pattern and how to identify volume, strong volume, and how to let you know that a stock is going to continue to push, or that the stock's giving you a clue that it's getting a little weak. It might be time to bail. I'll see you guys tomorrow.